Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making the space elevator part called the the adaptive control unit, which takes all of this stuff. Good news is I already have automated wiring done, and I have computers done, so I can just train those over or figure something out. The main problem is these heavy modular frames, because to do that, I had to use the Satisfactory Modular, and long story short, it takes a lot of iron and a lot of other stuff as well. So without further ado, let's begin. I will say, one thing you'll notice with my Satisfactory Modeler is the fact that I need water. 640 water. Oh, and then some, but mainly 640-ish water. The issue is, though, if you look at the map here, okay, so there's water here. I'm building right about here. So I have to cover all that distance, which doesn't look like much. But there's where I'm going to build it, and here's the water. So I have to build pipes from here, up, and over to there. And dealing with liquids in my power station, yikes. It was a doozy. So yeah, I hope not to use liquids as much, but I guess we'll go ahead and do it, and yeah. Alright, finished building over the water, and now it's time for the actual project itself. Actually, I also have to get the iron. Hold on. Alright. Went ahead and brought the iron over, and it's not here because I haven't powered everything yet. This will kind of power the whole system. But anyway, now it's to making the factories. So, what I have so far is 32.31 refineries, and what's cool is I'm going to be using this alternate recipe, which takes the iron ore and water and just almost doubles it, which is awesome. And so I'm not going to try to overclock these things. I'm just going to build 32 of them. Yikes. But yeah, if it gets too big, I will go ahead and overclock, but I don't plan to. But now I got to go ahead and build 32.31? Yeah, 32.31 refineries and build it all up, pipe it all up, all that fun stuff. Alright, I'm doing something different. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take a single manufacturer. And this is all just like representation. I have a single manufacturer, and I'm just having it make 2 per minute, just because I feel like this should be all I need. And it's also really simple to do. If I need more, I can just make more, but I don't plan to. So I'm just going to make 2 per minute, because what's cool is this is a 1-to-1 ratio with this. As you can see, heavy modular frames, 1 per minute, adaptive control units, 1 per minute. So however many I make of these, which is 2 per minute, is how many I can make of those, which is awesome. So I've gone ahead, and all these signs, I've kind of put everything out, and these aren't all I need, obviously. I'm going to need more, or the same amount. It's really actually good. So now what I'll have to do, it turns out I don't even need a full belt to power all this, which is awesome. So I got that, and I got some water I need. And so what I'm going to go and do is build out the refineries, and then the all the other things I'll need. And then, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad goes wrong, but the goal is just to hook up the refineries, get them hooked up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I went ahead and took all the stuff, not all the stuff, but I took the refineries, and I moved them all over here, or made them over here. And if y'all remember, there was a smelter over there. I replaced it with this just because I think it would look better. 246 instead of 5, and then a little smelter over here. I have this making 62.5. But I know it takes more power, but I mean, I just finished my power plant. Check out last video. It was a very long journey, but it had some twists in it. But anyway, this is done now. So I've already hooked up the power and everything. I've hooked up the water and the items. So now I'm going to work on the next leg of it, which is probably going to be I think these 2 refineries first, because that's this whole system right here. I have to make 2 constructors, or 4 constructors actually, and then 2 assemblers, 2 more constructors, feed that into 2 assemblers, and then feed that into the manufacturer for this whole project. So I'll get started with that, come back to you when I'm done. Alright, this is what I got so far, and I really like how I designed this. It's really cool. So I have the iron plates being made on the bottom here, and then I have some of these frame walls here, and then I have some foundations, and then these are the screws. So I'm making the screws here, and then I can do some fancy belt work to put them into the assemblers, and I'm going to do this same type of like foundation above these to build another constructor or 2 for some rods that I'll then feed all of that into a final assembler which makes the modular frames, and then that will go into an assembler. But yeah, so far I'm really liking how this looks. So I gotta go ahead and do the belt work, which is gonna be something to where I take a conveyor splitter, do about like that, and then from there I just gotta connect this to here. This goes into here, but then what I can do is take this, go up to about there, and then hook this into here, and do the same thing for this. I'm actually going to have to do it in the middle though, that way they all connect. I know it looks weird, but whatever, I'll deal with it. And then you gotta build this up. That's not the right height. There we go. So now all those are connected. And that wasn't as fancy as I thought it would be, but it works just fine. So now all those hook up. So now I gotta hook up all of these. And these take the two different inputs. Why are these not... Did I not set the recipe? I did set the recipe. Eh? Okay, that's weird. There we go. So we got those. So now I gotta do some fancy belt work to put those into there. There we go. Again, not as fancy, but it still gets the job done, and it actually does it pretty good. So now, these make the reinforced iron plates. So now I need to go ahead and make the second level for screws. Or, sorry, for the iron rod, actually. Alrighty. Finished up the constructors, had to change those settings a bit, but got everything split up, everything's working, or everything should work fine now. So now I gotta build the assembler, and then I think that's really it. Gotta build the assembler, and then I have to build the manufacturer, but I have to do that for last, and I have to build all this other stuff, so I'm gonna get started on that now. Alright, and would you believe it? This would have been the hardest thing I had to do. So now I just have to build some extra machines, and we'll be good to go. Alright, that's all for the steel pipes, or in my case, iron pipes. Alright, and after not too much more work, I've gotten everything hooked up, got all my outputs set straight, and we are finally ready to add the final manufacturer for this whole space elevator part, which is awesome. I just gotta go over here, grab this, bring it over here, place it down like such, and we're done. I mean, not exactly, but like, we're pretty much there. All we gotta do is take... Oh yeah, we gotta merge these. Hold up once. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, we got... Alright. So what I gotta do, set a merger, going that way. Bop. Bang, boom, pow. Boom. There's one. There's two. That's not how I want to do it. See if I can do it like this. Not like that. Like that. That into there. And then drag this into there. I'll probably make it neater, but like, this is pretty much it. I'm probably going to scoot this in more or something. That way, like, I can fill this in. Actually, should I leave it like this? Or should I just cushion it in more? I feel like I'm going to cushion it in more. Because what I'm probably going to do is cushion it in, like, right about here. Put the manufacturer right about here. Bring it around and over. And then I'm going to kind of, like, fill this box in. Maybe have some glass or something. Make it look cool. Because my idea is for each space elevator part, I can make a box for it. So like this. So I can have like a bigger and bigger box or something. And then you can walk in and see other machines. Or like I'll have it like a glass box or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a glass casing. So like you have all the machines in a glass box. That'd look awesome. Alright, but I'm probably going to do that. So I'm going to go and fix this a little bit more to my liking. And then we'll like, and then it'll be done. Alright, and now that I'm finished with this, I got my manufacturer hooked up to all my conveyor belt inputs. Now, I need to go ahead and build the next few things, which are the circuit board, and then the computers and wiring, which I will train in separately. But yeah, to make circuit boards, I'm going to use the alternate electrode circuit board or alternate recipe, which takes rubber and petroleum coke to make circuit boards. I need 10 per minute, so I need to make 2 of these, which means I need 40 rubber and 80 petroleum coke. So I need... Let's see. Oh no, do that again, yeah. I need 40 rubber. So this will make 40. I need 80 petroleum coke. So, plug that in. I should have enough. Yes, I'll have enough. Alright. So as cool as I can have 2 refineries, which take the crude oil. So this will take the crude oil and make it rubber and heavy oil residue. Then this will turn it into the resin, or the heavy oil residue, into the petroleum coke I need to feed into here, which is awesome. So now I'm gonna make this entire next system over here in this system here. I'm gonna build it all right here. Shouldn't take too much space. I'm gonna build it like right about here, and then I'll go delete whatever spare room I have. And first I gotta get my oil though, which is gonna be like over there. As you can see, I have infrastructure. I'm gonna just take it, put it like, I'm thinking maybe over here or over through here might be cool. I'll figure something out, but I gotta bring them over and then hook them up into the machines and stuff. So let me work on that. Alright, now I've finished up hooking everything. Now I gotta bring in the inputs. Alright, and after wiring up the crude oil and setting up the assemblers, I'm done. I've finished the circuit boards. So now, all I have left to do is train in the automated wiring and the computers. And that shouldn't be too hard, but also might be. I don't know what I gotta do yet. All I know is that my computers are like around here somewhere, or like they're in this vicinity. So we have them here. Then my wiring is way over here. I gotta train it all the way over. So that might be a little bit more than I thought. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Alright. So what I decided to do is, instead of training them, which I figured out was gonna take a long time and would go halfway across the map, I just didn't want to bother with that. So instead, I decided to go ahead and just automate everything. So over here, I have automated wiring being, well, automated. And then over somewhere, I'm going to bring down the computers from like over there, bring them along this pipeline that I already have, bring them down, and then bring them over here, and then hook them up into the manufacturers, and it should be good. Alright, finished it up. I got everything brought up, got the computers wired over, and now they're hooked up into the manufacturers. So now that I've finished up hooking the computers, now it's time for the walls. I'm either going to go for a glass, like fish tank type of design, but I don't know, we'll see what happens on the way. I'm probably going to change it up, but we'll see. Alright, how does that look? I think it looks awesome. Got like the neon strips, and you got like the arrows and stuff. I think it looks awesome. So, I only have it on one side, as you can see. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to take this and put it on all the other ends, and this back over here, I'm just going to leave it. I'm probably going to paint it, but like, I'm just going to leave it be. I have some glass there, so you can see inside of it, but for the most part, I'm just going to leave it be. So now I just got to put all the sides and finish it up, polishing up some things, and that's pretty much it. Alrighty, I finished everything up. So I got the pattern over here. I got a different pattern on the front. I have like a X thing. I think it looks awesome. And then on the side, I have the same design as the front, pretty much the exact same. And then on the back, all I did was just paint it black. Like, there's really nothing special to it. Like, I'm thinking I'll have a walkway here, so you walk, and then you can walk behind all the other different factories that I'll make for all the different space elevator parts. But I also like the supports added here. I put foundations, like the beam pieces, like these. I put these, like, big frame foundations under it, and so it looks like it's being supported instead of just floating there. I think that was a really good detail. And so I also painted all the lower bit, and ignore that one conveyor belt. I ran out of space, okay? But anyway, now everything's finished. And what I love most about this is the inside. I went ahead and put some walkways and decorated it all. So let's go ahead, don't spoil too much, and let's enjoy walking through, or running, I guess, through my factory. Ah, yes, look at all the machines. I even added some lights. Hook them up to power. Actually, I haven't hooked them up to power yet, but I have them to where I just make one connection and everything will power on. So all the machines will start working and stuff, and man, it's going to be awesome. But dude, this factory just looks awesome. Oh my word, looks amazing. So now, it is time to power on the adaptive control unit system. One thing though I might have forgot is actually where my power is at. Because the only way to bring power over here is to either use this, which I have powering my hypertube, or what I was gonna use a train track, like use the train so I could carry power over here. But since I'm not using trains, I might just go ahead and take a power tower and extend it over that away and then bring it over here. So enjoy the transition. Alright, and after bringing the power over, I brought it all the way over here. It is now time for the final connection and turn on the adaptive control unit factory. Ooh. Alright, so all these things are yellow. Let me run by double check everything real quick. Alright, everything looks good. Alright, so resources should be coming in any second now. Over there should be mining. Why do I not see anything? Red, why is it red? There should be power to it. Yeah. What? Hold on. No power. I'm giving you power. I'm so confused. Oh! Whoops. There we go. Yeah, see, now the line's yellow. Wait. Shouldn't it be green? Why isn't it green? What? What is going on? The first step is for the resources to come here. If that's fail, oh, okay, good. Okay, limestone's coming here. That's good. Alright. So now I just gotta work with the iron. So what's wrong with the iron now? Oh. I guess I turned it off. Okay. Don't remember doing that. Anyway. Now I should start mining. Ah, yes. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yes, perfect. Alright. Now we got all the iron ore. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we got this all the way over here. And then, oh, I need power for those over there too, don't I? Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Also, I've run into a thing before where I cannot drag these power line things. Get the Mark 1 power nubs. Those are draggable. Just a heads up, because I messed a lot with that too. And I kept wondering, why can I not drag these? It's because you're not the Mark 1 power nubs. So once you do that, you're good to go. So now over here, I should have these two mining and that one mining. I don't know why I have that one mining. Oh, right, that one's going to mine, but then get cut off. But yeah, I have a full belt here. So now we have even more iron that I need for my whole system. And so now everything should be working. I also got to check the water. Got to make sure the water is flowing smoothly. But here's all the iron. And then the iron is going to come together here for 2 belts. So any second now, we should see iron coming through these belts. Any minute now. And there we go. Alright, perfect. Any minute now. Alright. Perfect. So now we got 2 belts of iron. Perfect. Okay. The computer's already here. Oil. I have not connected the oil to power. Hold up. Wait, yeah, I have. It's probably just taking time. Alright, so it'll take a minute for the oil to get here. So once the oil gets here, the circuit boards will start up processing. So how's everything in here? Smelters are smelting, refineries are refining. Oh my word, look at everything moving. Oh, I love it. Alright. A lot of stuff's yellow. That's for concrete and stuff. So that's going to start producing. Oh my word, I love it. And why is this hold on. There we go, that color. Alright. Alright, so these just need all the iron stuff. So this isn't working. Water, I think. No, it's iron. There should be plenty of iron. Hold on, let me do some quick math. So if I take 33... Oh wait, all these are different. That's right. So how much iron do I need in total? Alright, I need 378, so like 380. I don't think I'm making 380. Let me go and change that setting right quick. There we go. Alright. So now we should have just enough, actually just a little bit more than enough, for all of this to work. So now I'm going to give it some time and hope and pray that I hooked everything up correctly. Also the lights, oh, they look amazing. Like little spotlights. Also, this isn't working yet just because the oil isn't here. Probably going to take it some time. But yeah, these things are not going to work yet because they need the circuit boards. So I have that, automated wiring has been producing. So I need those in the heavy modular frames. So I'll get back to y'all whenever everything's working smoothly. Alright, and after quickly sweeping through, making some adjustments still need to be made. But good news is we are over halfway there. So that's good. I need 100, I have 60, so actually over halfway there. But yeah, this is just, yeah, I need to figure out how to settle the whole circuit board system, because the fuel or the heavy oil residue is the part that's being boxed up, because this takes 26 just about. These will make 20 per, so I'm making 40. So I need to figure out how to like get rid of this excess heavy oil residue. Like I can just like do that. That's like very temporary. So I'll have to figure something out, because these are what's making my rubber, which are making my circuit boards and everything. So I'll have to figure something out. But until then, it's working. So yeah, good news. I fixed it. So all I did was make this take 40 per minute. So it uses all the residues so the rubber can keep on crafting. And then you might be wondering, what about the petroleum coke? Won't it back up and then everything will stop? I planned for that. Well, not really planned, but I adjusted for that. I have an overflow splitter, so then whenever the system will inevitably back up, it'll just go off in the sink. So it'll be fixed. Bye-bye. So I fixed that. So now, if I'm correct, it's just a matter of time before I have all of my adaptive control units done. Because I already have 72, which is almost a quarter of the way there. So that's exciting. So I'm going to make this, and then sometime I got to make the modular engines, which are a doozy. But I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't look too hard, but that could be a big understatement, but we'll see. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Might as well. And I actually kind of planned for this. So over here, once again, I've kind of built out like a representation of everything that I'd need. And so I haven't connected anything yet, obviously. But I figured out I'm going to actually try to make 4 per minute. And these are all the machines I'm going to need. Well, not all of them. I actually have to make more. Because like I'm going to have to make like 2 of these and stuff. So first, I'm going to move everything over. And then I got to start building everything over here at the center. And first, I'm going to start off with the smelters. Because those shouldn't be too hard to do. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, I went ahead and got all the smelters and refineries set up, got all the outputs and inputs hooked up as well. Well, maybe not inputs, but I got most of everything for the smelters ready. Refineries, not quite yet, but I'll get there. And so now, I got to build the next stage, which are gonna be these constructors and these constructors here. But so far, this is looking really cool. A problem I had though was that this would have been sticking out of the wall, so I think I'm going to cover like an AC unit or something. I think that would be best. So now to work on the next systems, which are going to be the constructors, and also got to hook up the inputs and whatnot. Alright, so I've made a lot of progress. Yeah, I made a lot of progress, and so I figured that I'm about to do this section. I need to merge these two and then split them to here, which shouldn't be too hard, and then I have to merge all of these into one belt and then split that belt into all of these. So I just figured y'all might enjoy this transition that I might do. Alright, that was fun. So turns out the way I would have done it would have way overcomplicated things. So I just took these two, put them in one, took these, put them in this one, and then I just had these just go into their own separate ones. So now that's done. So now I gotta finish everything else. Alright, I have finished. And man, did I make a great choice. Basically what I did is I put all the splitters and all the stuff under the manufacturers so then you can walk and have the manufacturers on the side. I think it looks awesome. And then I moved up the storage chest so when you're all the way over here, you'll be able to see the modular engines as you're coming in, and then you can just access the chest from here like so. Really cool. And then look at all the machines. It's awesome. And I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do for my box design. So over there, I thought the green looked cool. This time, I think I'm going to go for like a black and orange kind of design, like a afterburner kind of design, have like flames or something in the back, try to work with that to kind of be like an actual engine is working. And then for the fuel issue, what I have heavy oil residue, which is my byproduct, go into fuel. So what I'm gonna do is put the fuel up onto the roof, and then I'll have 2 power generators on top, and they'll be like producing smoke and stuff. It'll look awesome. Because over there, I have some things that are producing smoke. Well, they would, but they aren't right now. But like with this, I think it'll look amazing. So now I gotta work on the design, and I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. All right. How's it look? I went a little simpler this time. I did like a rocket or like a flame because these like engines, like modular rocket engines. So I decided to do like a flame design, did like a red and black kind of aspect to it. I tried to do something with the front, but I'm just gonna leave it blank. This definitely stands out though, but I mean this is kind of like sleek and I like it. So now for the tour of the inside. Oh right, I forgot to work on the door. All right, finished it up and it wasn't too bad. So now for the grand reveal, boom. Yeah, that was a lot. Oh man, I love this place. I love the way it looks too. It looks way less busy though than the other factory I made, but it still looks really good. I got the manufacturers here and I was able to raise them up. I even added some like foundations and stuff. I was able to raise them up, do my splitting and stuff under here. So when you come up here, you can walk right through them. I love it. And then over here at the end, got my storage. So I just have everything go up an elevator, and that's pretty much it. So now, to connect the power. Yes, the power's connected. Everything's working. Should be. Hopefully I didn't forget to hook up any of the resource things. Let me double check. That would be annoying, because that happened last time. Oil's already here. So now the pumps are going to pump it in. That works well. Alright, over here, I gotta see if I'm taking my iron, which it appears I forgot to bring power to. And after hooking up this node and this node, it is finally done. Now, after some time and some waiting, I should be making 4 modular engines per minute. And boy, I'm so excited. 2 space elevator parts in 1 video. Wow, that's amazing. Alright. Now I just gotta let everything warm up. I didn't do any overflowing, so shouldn't be too long. I just gotta wait for everything to go up, and then we'll have my modular engines ready. And now I have modular engines. And that will be it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and until then, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Goodbye, and God bless.